so about me and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, her she was major, she mixed. Ay, met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did, can I kick it? Hold on, yeah, I got some rings and a range, can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it. Yeah, spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did, can I kick it? Hold on, yeah, I got some rings and a range, can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it. Yeah, spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I?
They picking, snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go.
Prime time over grind game, overtime's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back, did what I could, what I had. Now I be all in my bag, copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss, stand 10 toes on your feet. I could never take a loss. I ain't set up for defeat. 4 Giottos on the truck. I had a dream and it's stuck. Living my life cause we up. Looking back like where the love. So I be hella low key, but contrary to belief, loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets. Struggle turned me to a beast. I'm off the chain, I'm off the leash. But baby girl, I play for keeps. Told my brother lately, I've been scheming against all odds like Willie Beeman. I've been grinding lately, this my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, how you gon' act?
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go. Now I get it and go.
Ain't it crazy how them tables turn? You can fold or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch him hate, watch him lurk. Can't relate, watch you skirt. Out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, out the gate, on site. Red breed, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I been grinding since a youngin', they told me my timing was coming. I been hustling with no fun and forget all the fame, get the money. I'm out in LA where it's sunny. I been eating since a youngin', since we ain't have food in our tummy. The life we was living ain't funny, but you cannot take nothing from me. Put that on my mama, my daughter, my cousin, my brother, I'll show you. Way better than I can tell you. The type of dreams that they sell you. That's why I never.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. And how about this for a start? This is out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A run for Nick Chubb. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first-quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, living Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on the
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Able to get this to Gordon. 3 yards the gain there, second down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there, first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it here with Gordon. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The tackle made at the 36.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive.
Intended for
but instead, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he... wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. He'll look downfield for Waller. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How
about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Mahomes. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Second and 5.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. Throw caught here by Bird. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Third and 3.
And again, it's Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah,
and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. Thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
48-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Bills.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Here's Raheem Mostert, the local product from right here in Florida. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6.
stepping up. He'll try and run. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Nick Chubb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Dolphins have got him. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
He was brought down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
53, Mike, 53. Here we go. Attack. 53.
Mahomes now to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Pride. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 2nd and 9. Jackson. That's caught by Waller out left side.
Jackson's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
a loss of 3 yards. And it's 4th down. Michael.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now here's Michael Dixon. He'll boot it away from about his 35. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Let's go, Rimley. Let's go, 950, 950. Watch the flag.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Rip right. 53 is the mic. 53, check 53. I got one. Let's go.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to go up top again. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Rodgers on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Rodgers on the return. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
At the 46-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Jackson now. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They go play fake. Mahomes. Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Andy Isabella in the final seconds of the first half. And this offense continues to pour it on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they go into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, Let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
5-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And it's third down.
Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run. And just lost track, and it cost him.
Here's Jackson on third and long. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Down Bills.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
4.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
When you enter the game as the AFC Player of the Week award winner, you expect runs like that and then some.
It was fun to watch him in the opener last week in Week 1. He was spectacular and hoping for more here in Week 2. Mahomes now on first down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton.
Mahomes pass.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second down.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Chubb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. On the ground, it's Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down.
3rd and 9.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him starting to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there. And in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
49.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more.
Joey Sly set to
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, they'll run it with Mostert, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Mostert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't he? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him, it should open up things for you.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
I'm going back to you. No.
Here's Mostert. The tackle made by Caleb Chason. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2nd and 12. Mostert trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Bills on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Jackson. He'll find Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
First down, Bills.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. This is Mostert. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
The ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Gordon, the ball carrier.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jackson, option right, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
So after a run like that, I would guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Ball carrier.
Josh Jones in on the stop. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Hey, time.
Once again, it's Mostert. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Down.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. They'll run with Mostert, and this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now Gordon, and he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. And now here comes their final timeout, as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Mostert, and this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the kick is good, so they avoid the shutout, but still a tough one to swallow here. They only post 3 points, and this game is over. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points, and then